Peace and blessings. In every city, there's keys. And today, I got keys. Andre Keys. Motherfucking Dre. Thank you for coming,
Hey,
bro.
what's good, brother?
Hey, listen, let me tell you. You think Tyler Perry got a resume. He's a writer, a director, a shooter. Not just a film shooter. In your movies, you a shooter.
Yeah.
Man, Mayhem Series did numbers, millions of views. We knew that you really were rocking with Mayhem Series, right? But the world wants to know, sir. That's your twin. He got his baby boy in the studio. Clap it up for the baby boy. Yeah, so let me tell you how this came about, right? I had a homeboy named Israel Mills, right?
Yep.
He used to always to show me his stuff, and no disrespect, man, I don't want to see that shit.
Right.
But then I started binge watching. And I was like, yo, you've literally knocked a whole bunch of people's heads off. The storylines are dope. Just to bring people up to speed, go Google or go to YouTube, Mayhem Hood Series. I was recapping it. There's one where you and your baby mama and your child are getting robbed in the house.
That's how we opened it. We had to grab people's attention.
Just jump in and tell us, where did that come from?
To make it make sense and for everybody to understand it, it's somewhat of real life events that happened past. I may have switched it up, whatever, because I don't want to put it directly.
Right.
But a lot of it was really life events.
I can tell.
Yeah, or just something I may have heard. Just be creative with it. So my thing was out the gate was got to do something to captivate the audience and pull them in to where they can't stop watching it.
Oh, speaking of, are you objected to me going live for a few minutes?
Oh, no. Okay. Do your thing.
I'm going to set my live up because this brother's legendary. Let me get this real fast. But listen, that's crazy. When I looked at the scene, I'm going to bring it up. The brother went off with the damn event of the Adon being called.
Yeah.
Dang, you can't trust the Muslim, though. Get on that. Okay, let's see.
Good.
Sabria came through to save the day. All my homeboys from last night are still knocked out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Man, last night.
I was almost there, but I started drinking water.
You left at the right time. They started acting crazy.
I know, and I was, because I cut through the hotel to get to the parking lot, and when I got to the end of the door about to leave out, I just heard some guy saying, what he said? Yeah. He said, the guy face you was in, that's my homeboy's boy.
Right.
I'm like, oh, hold up, what's going on here? They about to act crazy.
Oh, they turned up for a little bit. I was trying to stop it for a little bit. I said, let me let it go.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, live, this is my brother right here. Got his beautiful baby boy, man. I feel honored because he's supposed to be traveling and he's changed his schedule for me. But we're going to get back into the scene of you being robbed. You said you want to get into that. It was a little more life experiences.
Oh, yeah. It was just something that I experienced and knew. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say what side of the experience I knew, but...
Right.
It was just, my thought process of the whole thing was be different than everybody. When we do it, make sure it looks 100% authentic.
It does.
You know what I mean? So, and we was green at the time. Like, nobody had no acting experience or anything. So, I feel like now if I watch it, I'll be like, ah. You know what I mean? But the funny part is I actually went back and reacted that same particular scene. Really? But it just had a different outcome.
Wow.
Because I'm like, that scene was so captivating and drew people in. I got to do something and show them like, all right, we're better now.
Right. So as far as the shooting, okay, we always learn technology, skills.
Changes.
But the story, you wrote all that. That came from here.
Yeah.
Brother, the reality of somebody robbing you in front of your lady, right? And then he smacked the brother with the piece of chicken. Mm-hmm. And then, no disrespect to my Muslim brothers, and then he leave out with the adhan, the call to prayer.
Yeah. That was me. That was unexpected, though. That was unexpected.
In the streets, it don't matter if a brother say he loved Jesus or Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
Man, you go to Philly, those Muslim brothers will lay you down.
Yeah.
So I treated a brother, he said, he Muslim. I said, what's that mean?
Yeah, what type of Muslim? At that point, you got to ask, like, is he the good one or the bad one?
Yeah, he said, wallahi, but wallahi to a stick-up kid don't mean nothing. Yeah. So for you Muslim brothers out there that are wild and get back on your deen, sister, can I please have a spoon and a fork? You want to start thugging it out? I'm gonna start thugging it out.
Yeah.
Hey, this ain't the drink champs. This is the motherfucking eat champs. Damn with my brother Dre. So I got to see you last night, man, and I looked at you, and my eyes are getting blurred. I'm like, no, brother, but I don't want to be rude. You slimmed down just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. Everybody say that. I don't see it though.
Man, you look good.
I know I did because my clothes size different.
You had the Duke blue shirt on. You had the waves out. Hey, listen, keep your woman away from Dre. He ain't
right now too.
He ain't trying to get him, but they trying to get him. They trying to be God.
For sure.
And the biggest respect you paid me last night. Well, let me back up. You and I met years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about me, but I know about you. Brother, you showed me so much love.
It's authentic.
Man,
real recognized real.
Brother, I fell in love with your spirit, and I started watching your movies, and you and I were supposed to collab, but there's no wine before it's time.
Right.
And then last night when I saw you again, it was me, Ray Vaughn, and Bam Bam was that goddamn fool. Bam, you gotta stop fucking drinking.
He got tightened up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. He's like, I'll walk through any. Yeah. I'm like, it's not about that, but we love you, Bam.
Right.
But so I appreciate the love. And then the greatest respect you said, I don't know if I should say this, you said, hey, I'm gonna go to the restroom. You got this?
Yeah.
Thank you. And that means
I appreciate that.
No, listen. When a man says to you, you got my family while I step to the room, that means, A, he believes that you can handle yourself and you're trustworthy. Yeah. And I turned to said individual and said, while he's gone, we got you. So the reality is, it was good to see you. Now, what is in the works for you? We know you created ill resume. What's the future bringing for you?
Right now, I got a couple things in play, but the most immediate up front is the spinoff from Mayhem. This one titled The Bow, Mayhem Never Ends. So this one is going to be wrapped around the dirty cop that's in Mayhem. Like, so we're going to kind of see Mayhem from his perspective, which I don't think the people ready for his perspective. He's already was captivating in Mayhem. Like, he did the unthinkable in Mayhem already. You know, he went up against whoever and everybody and always came out on top. So we're going to bring that, but I'm going to get a little in depth with him. I'm going to show everybody why he like this too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that in there. I'm not going to say how, but it's going to be real captivating.
It's looking from the lens of a dirty police officer, and there's a million of them out there like that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go against motherfuckers that are dirty police?
You can't go against somebody that you can't beat.
It's hard
because if you already some street thug person one way, and then you got a badge to protect you, how could you win?
You heard what Denzel's mother told him in what was that, American Gangster. You can't go around killing the cops, even though it has been folks get tired. Listen, just because you have a badge don't mean you can't get beat up, get fucked up.
Yeah, I had a lot of encounters with cops, and I let them know from the gate, I don't care about your badge. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be if it go there. Sometimes you got to stand your ground no matter who it is.
I'm going to tell you a story to make you laugh, right? So years ago, I had a kid named Kai working for me. He still working for me, so I get a call. He's like, boss man, this guy's over here tripping about me going through his grass. So I get there, y'all, and the man shows me a piece of paper. Kai wrote on it. The guy said, I want your boss's number. He wrote, he's a gangster. He wrote, Tree Work 336. Didn't give the guy. So I remember an older black gentleman about my age. I see him. I said, oh, he's an officer. He said, you wouldn't do this in the other neighborhood. I said, what do you mean I wouldn't do it around the rich white folks? We went through some grass. What's the big deal? So I told him, fuck himself. 3 years later, this is crazy. We over on that same street doing work about 3 weeks ago, right? Almost a month ago. Older gentleman, about 80 years old, said, hey, while you're doing this work, can you come and look at my trees? I see the house. It's a police officer's house. I'm like, damn. So I start walking with the elder. I said, sir, do you have a son about my age? Yeah. I said, I apologize. I gave him a price. Him and the son that I had words with 3 years back, they come. He sees me, say, hey, happy, shook my hand. We did the tree work for him.
Right.
He let it go. I let it go. That's growth and development, right?
Yeah.
And when he shook my hand, I said, damn, Dre, he might have gave me the business. He was strong. Like fireman strong, but all jokes aside. But, yeah, so that just goes tell the young brothers, it's okay to forgive.
Yeah, you have to. Why? Like, holding that in change who you going to be.
How do you, coming from Jersey, in a city that's notorious for knocking people's heads off. How do you brothers practice forgiveness and feel safe about it?
Everybody can't. Everybody can't. That's why it's still where it is. I think it's an individual thing. As you grow, you know who you are. You solidified already. So, like how we said last night, I was telling you a story, and I'm like, I know what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah, and you're strong.
You feel me?
You gave me a little sample. You like, I told them, I said, damn, Dre.
Nah, but like, I know what I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Right.
You're not willing to go as far as I'm going. I'm willing to go.
The guy didn't know he was messing with the wrong person.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never portrayed it bad guy, tough guy, none of that. But you don't know how far I'm willing to go.
You got muscle memory, at least 100 murders on your series. That's what I was telling my man Israel today. I said, y'all don't want to beef with Dre. Let's say Dre never done any of that stuff in real life. It's too believable. The repetition, the muscle memory. Mm-hmm. I'm watching you putting people out, and you're like, yo, people don't want to
fool. It looks too real sometimes.
It is real. Listen, and what's crazy, when you're able to catch a man in his car outside of his porch, when you know how to move like that, sit in the dark shadows, these guys really don't, like we talk about, they don't really want those problems.
Right.
They want to look good in the club.
Yeah.
I saw last night before you left, they after you left, they started wilding out, and I said, oh, they want to be looking good. Yeah. They in each other's face arguing. Yeah. Like, we don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing none of that.
How's that camera? It's still recording?
I ain't got that type of energy. I'm gonna try to keep it short and positive. Like I told the dude, have a good night, or I'm gonna make you have a good night.
I'm gonna use that line. So not only I'm jumping all over the place because you got to get on the flight soon.
Do what
right?
you do. Do what you do.
Listen, you got a clothing gear. What do you got on right now?
This the new right here. And I got it a couple of different ways, a couple of switch ups. Like last night, I had the actual saying on the front. Like this one, I think is it on the back? Yeah, I got the whole saying on the back. But this is generational behavior. A lot of people wouldn't understand that, so that's why I put the saying on the back. The saying, like, to break it down is everybody get money, right? What's the thing when somebody get, like, they start touching money that they never touched before? They're not the same person.
Brand new.
You understand what I'm saying? They buying stuff that they ain't gonna have next year anyway, or they ain't gonna care about next year.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So the generational behavior is, what's your behavior while you getting that money and you touching that money? What are you doing with the money? It's supposed to be for generations. So your kids could be good. You
for your shorty right there.
You feel me? Like,
right.
So that's why I came up with that generational behavior. Everybody knows generational wealth and all of that. So I flipped it and went generational behavior, because what's your behavior while you got the money and get into it? What are you doing with the money?
Speaking of, you got your son. Let's clap it up for a son in the building.
We don't that chicken up.
We don't got the camera on him, but we got the live on him.
Good.
Say what's up, little man. He's going to get it.
Yeah.
That's your twin brother.
Yeah,
she was mad at you when she was pregnant. That's
She's
what I
still
said.
mad.
That's what I said. But listen, ladies, are y'all ever happy? You give a woman no disrespect to the sister recording.
Nah.
You give a woman the moon. She says, "Where's the stars?"
She want everything.
Everything, man.
She want. But you know what though? I used to really carry that stigma and think that, but like every female not like that.
There are some good ones.
Yeah, there's some good ones. There's some real good ones out there. Some real good ones.
I'd rather have a sister that's been experienced and lived that life.
They got to get past it. They got to stay off social media. Well, you could be on social media. Just don't let it influence you. Don't let it entice you to be something, to do something that you're not. Like you got good people out there. You know, men too. Like we got the stigma. We ain't shit. We ain't never gonna be shit. You feel me? But again, it's an individual thing. Because who you was yesterday, you ain't today.
Speaking of, I'm starting a podcast called Dads Are Dope. I'm going to get you back on that.
Yeah.
Could you look into that camera and give me a drop?
Which one?
This one right here. Could you give me a drop for Dads Are Dope and then foaming at the mouth?
Hold up. Spin that back. Dads Are Dope.
You can just say Dads Are Dope right now. Yeah. I'd say like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I got Dre in the building, and our new podcast is Dads Are Dope. Yeah.
Shout out to Dads Are Dope. It's going to be official.
That's
you know what
up.
he's doing.
Hey,
lock in. Tune in.
That's what we do. We wanted to start this because we want to give fathers credit.
Yeah.
You got your son with you. How old is he?
He's 4.
All he knows is by how he sees you act.
One more chicken?
Well, he's a great father. He hasn't even taken a bite yet. He's feeding his Ibn. Yeah. So for those who know, Ibn just means son in Arabic.
And when you said that, and I was like, yeah, this is my son, it didn't register that quick to me that you were speaking about, the Arabic term. But
Hey,
I knew it. I knew
how
it
big
meant.
is the Islamic influence in Jersey? It's huge.
Yeah. It's big everywhere. I think it's big
Right.
everywhere. It's really big.
And the brother Van, I'll never forget that went off in his phone while he's robbing. So like I said, no disrespect to the Muslim brothers. If I don't know you, I don't give a damn. You say Salaam alaikum, I say okay, cool.
Yeah.
Still keep your
Yeah.
no different than the preachers. Like when I remember I first started studying Islam about 30 years ago, and when I became Muslim, I was excited. I was like, then I get the knife in my back, and I'm like, oh, these guys are some are just gangsters, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's an individual. To me,
It
everything
is.
boils down to is an individual thing. Like, we take the whole thing of it, but, it's who's leading it, who's in it.
Man, my
It's an
mentor,
individual
my
thing.
father is Imam Khalid Griggs. Like, I love him. I love Kenneth Russo and Abdul, and a lot of those brothers are close to me. But they were good individuals prior to Islam.
Right.
The Muslims are quick to quote, hey, those before you, the best of you before you in Islam will be the best before. Good conduct. If you got a brother whose heart is dirty and he learned the prayer, so what?
Right.
Same thing with the church. One thing I don't like about religious folk, you'll never know who they are. They'll hide it.
Yeah.
Man, try to catch a preacher sleeping with the women in the church.
Yeah.
Man, he'll kill you.
Like, you just don't know people.
You don't.
You don't know people. Like, they really got to know themselves for you to know 'em. You know what I mean?
Speaking of, we're excited. Is this a white cop, a black cop?
I don't think that ever would solidify what he is. It's just he looks white. He's actually, like, in real life, his father's black, his mother's white. So I just let people make their own decision.
Cool. Hey, that's America today. Yeah.
Make your own decision. If you think he white, he white. If you want to say he black, he black. But
Right.
his actions put on he black. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So he a white dude with a dark nigga on his side.
Right.
You feel me?
We know a few people like that.
Yeah.
In the South. Yeah. It's crazy. When I first came to the South in 1992, 93, I see all the Confederate flags in the flea market, and I was like, y'all tripping.
Yeah.
But they really help. A lot of those folks still hold on to that concept.
Yeah.
But that's a dying breed too. The youth today are growing, and black youth today ain't having it.
No.
They're not playing the music, man.
We just gotta unify better. At the end of the day, right now, we got the power in our hands. Literally, the phones is the power. We sit here and we watch the economy rise, and we just still buy. We could control it.
Right.
We could control everything. Just how it was so easy when Popeyes came out with that sandwich. They put a post out. That post went viral. All of a sudden, they making $23 million a month off a chicken sandwich. Just the chicken sandwich.
Just
off of
the
a
sandwich.
post. So that same post could work in reverse. Because it's the same people sharing it. But we don't want to unify because I don't want you to have more than me.
Where do you think that comes from? You think that's
We taught that. We programmed.
you think that's psychological effects from slavery and DNA passed
Yeah,
on?
we're
Or-
programmed. We're programmed not for me. Like I said to you last night, I said, if you ride past me in the Benz and I ain't got no Benz, I can't be mad at you. We got the same 24 hours.
Right.
I did something wrong in my 24 hours that didn't elevate me to get that Benz that you driving in. If
Right.
everybody in the world had that mentality, how do you think this world would be? You think we would let the economy run us or we would run the economy?
Dre, you and I literally talked enough for 10 podcast seasons when I first met. Clap it up for my brother, man.
Hey, man.
He got his son. So you got that coming out.
Yeah.
What else do you have? What else can you tell the people about?
Well, I got the clothing line. I got the film. I got trucking. I got a lot going on. I'm one person.
Trucking?
Yeah. I got trucking business. I've been running it for 4 years.
What advice, if you look at the youngsters out there that may be in the streets, can you tell them how important, I own a tree business, can you tell them how important a trade is?
Trade is very important. You outside the box. That's the first step. You outside the box. We're programmed to work. We're programmed to think, hey, we got to go to work, make money, pay our bills. That's all you're doing. You're living to work a job. You get what I'm saying? When you step outside the box and it's going to be, trials, tribulations, ups and downs when you first start that business. But once you get your feet in it and you standing strong, you're going to prosper from it. You're going to see the difference from punching the clock. I could never go back to punch a clock unless I have to. You get what I'm saying? I did it. I shut my business down one time and I was like, hold up. I'm making $600 a week, dedicating 48 hours to this place. I could be home, sign one contract, and I made 3 weeks of work.
Right. Angela, shout out. She says, congratulations, man. Angela, she was on the podcast 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Sister Angela, you got to meet the brother in person, man. He's down to earth.
I don't want to meet no women in person, man.
Oh, you don't?
Nah.
Okay. Well, last night you looked like you were having a good time, man.
That's why I want to meet no women in person. Nah, I'm chilling right now. I got a wondering eye.
Hey, man, listen. It's okay to be honest. Listen.
Yeah.
I struggle still with the females, right? I had a whorish spirit, right? I'm still fighting on that. Would you guys, for the few people in the audience, I think I have a free spirit. Pray for us. We need people to pray for us. He said he don't want to meet you. No, you don't want to meet the sister. When you see those pretty brown eyes, you don't want to meet her. Right. Look at Bam calling. Bam, we ain't answering your phone call. We ain't answering your call, Bam. We actually live. I've been trying to get Bam and Ray to get up.
Yeah.
Thank you for the sister to come through and bless us on the camera production.
Yeah, because when something's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen.
Man,
no matter who show up.
Y'all slept y'all ass in. That's why you ain't getting none of this interview. Stop. Look, you're gonna keep calling. No, I'm not answering you. Don't mess my live up.
Right.
Look at him. Now you want to get up at what? Listen, even if I'm late, I'm an early bird. So I have a tree business, and I thank the Most High for my tree business because I wouldn't be able to live the way I live now. I'm not rich. I'm definitely not rich.
Comfortable is good enough sometimes.
Brother, all the podcast stuff, the mics are expensive.
Yeah, it's hard. It's rough.
Man,
you can't do that. You can't go explore your dream working for somebody. When you're giving them 40 hours of your week, you're signed on for that. So where are you going to create time? You have to be able to create time. And if you're moving in the right direction, it will pay off. You just got to get something that is not people dependable. That's what I think that's the best advice I give people. Somebody asked me last week, like, what's the best advice you could give me if I start a business? I said, don't get something where you need your black people to come and buy it.
Wait, say that again?
Don't start a business that's going to depend on your black people coming to buy it.
Why do you say that?
Because black people don't want to see nobody elevate.
See, I have a different perspective, right? I know what you're saying is right, but I'm indebted to the black community.
Right. I get it. I am too. I'm optimistic about it. But the problem, like, I done seen businesses fail.
You think that's a black on black mentality? Like black people hold each other to a higher standard?
I'm going to give you one quick example real quick. I'm going to try to break it down real quick. I don't know if you're familiar with the little jerk chicken spot that sits on Liberty in Winston.
Yeah.
Before that, it was something fries, dirty fries, something like that, right? Came out the gate, this place was on fire.
Right.
People couldn't get in the door.
I remember.
People couldn't get in the door. He had this was my first time seeing, he had something called soul rolls. Those was the best inventions in the world that I see. Man, I'm there every day, right? This place is doing amazing.
I remember.
Out the gate, it was on fire.
About 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. On fire, right?
I remember.
One person had a bad experience with that place, and then you got to get it. He got hundreds of customers outside. So yeah, today the food quality might not be that. My favorite restaurant in Greensboro, I know not to go on a Sunday because all the church gonna be there. So the food quality gonna drop because they back there hustling. So the one person had a bad experience or whatever experience it was. I don't even know if it was a bad experience. I don't know. I just know this person speaks a lot on Facebook.
And they're talking bad about the business?
Went straight at the business. That one post, I feel, destroyed that business because you just seen the decline right after that post. And like you had the whole city on that post.
Has that kind of post?
Yeah, because people are attracted to negativity. You put a post up and say, God this, God that, God, you might not get a like. But sit there and say, oh, I'm going to go kill this dude or I'm going to go smoke some crack. Like, let's put it to the extreme. Go get it from such and such.
Crackheads gone wild. You remember how bad that used to take off on the internet?
Yeah, man, like people just attract the negativity. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't get a business that depends on your black people to come get because it's not positive to them.
Wow. And thank you for sharing that. That's a great perspective. I'm going to stop this. Okay. So you were saying that. So for me, my indebtedness to the black community has been whatever business I've done.
Yeah.
Oils, incense. My target audience, not intentionally, but was mainly black folks, right? Well, my tree business. I hear some of the older white companies that ain't no money over there. Ain't no much money I make in the black neighborhood.
Yeah, them trees still got to get cut too.
And so what? I might give somebody a discount.
Yeah.
We get 3 houses in a row. So And then I'm a product of a HBCU, Winston State. I went to Winston State. I'm thankful for my professors. So, and then my first teachers in a lot of things in life were black men. So I'm very thankful for those men in my life. Cool. Hey, we smoking. Hey, that's okay. You just let it sit right. Just let it sit off. Hey, when the interview is good, the Sony overheats.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how life is, man.
Yeah.
Can't what it say? Can't stand the heat and get out the what?
Get out the kitchen.
So how does it feel to be a father? Like on that note.
I think that's your greatest achievement in life. I don't think anything you could do outside of, creating life is better. And they're an extension to you.
Who's your barber?
Me.
Okay, I need you to shake me up. Years ago, I fought the white. I did the Beijing, and the guy that was with me last night, Rayvon, when I had my 2 to 6s, right? We were rolling. And they said, "Bro, you got to get Rayvon." I was like, "Who the hell is Rayvon?" I used to see him around doing clubs, right? One day we were brought together by a situation, a mutual situation jumped off in the city that happened to be his nephew. So they're like, "Yo, go talk to Rayvon." You know, when Rayvon started working the 2 to 6s, man, everybody just fell in line. Isn't that crazy, the power that one person could have because they're nice? This brother, when he would open the doors and people would see him, brother, their eyes were like, and these were killers that used to come to my 2 to 6. They were always respectful to me. Hey, Khalil's nice, but when they saw him, it's like, so that goes to show you can be a killer and be positive.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace to Hanif, Killer Griggs, and some of his old heads. And does he want something to drink? There's actually...
I just tried to get him some water.
Okay. He good. I know you got to go shortly, but what...
Take gas.
Okay, we good because this is fun. I'm enjoying this. And natural conversation, when I interview people, I don't want to do what the traditional podcasts do where they have a set list of questions. I like to go with the flow. And it's always been a dream to interview you, even when I met you back to Daryl. Shout out Daryl, man. What's up, Daryl?
Shout out Daryl.
Next on deck. How many different things he got in the frying pan? Daryl, what's good, brother?
He's still cooking how he cooking.
Man, he's been cooking. Yeah, that brother's tried his best to put Winston on the map.
Yeah, people just got to tune in the right way. They not tuned in.
Yeah, big shout out to our brother. Big shout out to Bam from last night. He said, "My boy." Is that what he's talking about you right there? Yeah, what's good? Vanessa Blunt, what's good, sister? Hey, she coming up with a powerful, well, she already got the patent and the invention. So much success. I'm sorry you didn't get first place on that. Man, you got a 4-year-old, man. That's the best. And you probably only, 28 yourself, so. We've been around the block a few times, brother.
Yeah, I definitely don't look my age. I know that part.
No, black don't crack. You look good, brother. You look good. I say that. I have an older white friend. He's probably, let's see, how old is he? He's probably 70. He got some black in him. He got no wrinkles. But he's kind of country, so when I said, bro, you look good. Black don't crack. Him and his wife look at me like, because he's definitely a white guy. So I like to fuck with people. I did that to one old white lady one day, and she flipped it on me, and she was like, "Oh, I look good." She said, "You look good for being pregnant."
Oh, Lord.
She said, "You got a big belly."
On her feet.
I said, "Ma'am, I'm paying you a compliment." She talking about how fat I am.
Yeah, she tried to go for your neck.
Man, she was cutting my head off.
Yeah.
So with the world of entertainment the way it is today, where everybody's got an opinion, do you ever get any negative feedback?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what do you do about
the trick to that is, I'm going to give you a quick recipe to that. The trick to that is...
Oh, you like Raekwon the chef. He said recipe. Okay.
All comments is, it's going to help your platform. So, negativity is just how people take it. It's just another form of speech.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you could put your negativity, but guess what? You still came on there and clicked. You gave me a click. Thank you.
Excuse me for one second. I'm going to turn that camera back on. Want to turn it back on? That's the only thing I don't like about those Sonys, man.
They'll warm up on you quick.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they'll warm up. But that's the recipe for me, though. Is just...
We good? Are we on? It's recording now? I don't know if it's hot in here, but that camera's been doing it. It did that yesterday. I'm just going to go back to the Canon. Shirley, what's good? How you doing? Y'all blessed?
You said your eyes was bad. You could see all of that going on. Oh, yeah.
I used to.
Your eyes not bad.
Not that bad, right? Look at Helen McIntyre. Hey, what's up, sis? How are you? Yeah, but so that's the thing, brother. You're right, it gives you a click. And the algorithm says, but listen, this is what I wanted to read. And how does this make you feel? Oh, it's on that phone. Dang. I'm going to have to end my live soon. But paraphrasing, 6 months ago on your old show, your first season, right? The one I was talking about when you got robbed.
Yeah.
The guy said, man, I was waiting for my grandmother. And I watched this in the rain, right? He was out there watching your series. And it shows if the comment was 6 years ago, 8 years ago. But the last few comments have been like 6 months, a year ago. One guy says, hey, who's still watching in 2024? He named you guys in 2 other Hood series. Does that still feel good to get love off that?
Yeah, because it don't die. It's going to be new to somebody. You get what I'm saying? And just because the comments say 6 months, that don't mean I could see real time.
Right.
I'm still doing, and no promotion or nothing. That series still doing 300,000 views a month.
Israel Mills, I got to give you flowers. Him and my buddy Angry Man in Raleigh, between both of them, they got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Go check out Angry Man. If you want somebody to defend men, Angry Man. He's a little rough on the sisters now. Angry Man and Israel Mills, I love you, brothers. Very proud of you. They told years ago, about 2016, 2017, me, Iz, and Angry Man met. He says, yo, we got to get on this YouTube thing. Now he makes a both of them, full-time living.
Yeah.
Sitting in, I won't tell their money, but they make good money just sitting in there talking shit. And y'all almost talk some shit.
Yeah, so therefore with that, you know, I welcome all the negative. Come on, you're still watching. You're helping me. You're bringing my algorithm up.
You know what Snoop Dogg said the other day? I was watching him on camera. I think Cameron is great at interviewing people.
Yeah, they do.
And then Gilly, you see what happened with them. Gilly, man, shout out to all the podcasts that are paving the way for real money. But Snoop Dogg said, when you hate somebody, you really love them. You just didn't know how. Like, for instance, you say to a person, man, I love you, Snoop Dogg. I want to spend time with you. And the Snoop Dogg don't give you the time and energy. You end up hating them. Thin line between love and hate. And I found myself, I've had a few people that made it in the industry that I used to give money to, book their artists. And when they got in the industry, they kind of like stopped responding to us. And I had to purify my heart.
Yeah.
But the Most High, had they let me go on the road and be their cameraman, I would have never created a tree company.
Right.
So God had to close. I would have been capped at $700 to $1,000 a week doing the camera stuff. And God said, no, I got something better for you.
God will close some doors on you, especially when you ain't paying attention.
Man, I love getting up cutting trees. I love it. I get to be out there around. And so I'm just thankful for a trade. And this is why I say to the brothers, I was going through Salem Garden one day and there's about 30 brothers just standing in the hood. And about 100 essays working, the Migos. And I said, here's a black neighborhood. All the Spanish people working. Let me bring it a little closer. John, what's good? Hey, John Smith. Oh, Michael Lyles, man, he got a podcast. Shout out to Young Brothers killing. He got Save Money shooting. John is the OG. John, you would love this brother. That's my brother, John. When I tell you, brother, he got the power like you. I don't know where y'all get all that power from. He used to do this to people. Leave me alone. And set him down. Yeah, he was known for like North Carolina got some heavy hitters, man. I'm telling you. But back to my point. Then I was driving through Durham. We were doing a job in Durham, and I saw about 200 amigos working at a historically black university. And I said, "Why is there no trades here? At the colleges, no trades. These young brothers that were students could be doing some part-time employment."
They shutting down the trades everywhere, though. They don't want us to know nothing.
Man, it's crazy times.
They really shutting the trades down everywhere. They don't want us to know nothing.
Hey, can you get political? You're not afraid to express your views, are you? Okay. What the hell is Trump doing with all this?
I don't know if you want me to respond. You mentioned Trump.
I don't care. I love. Listen, brother. Listen. I don't know if you know much about me, but I'm unapologetically a truth seeker.
Yeah. Okay. So you said what Trump doing?
Yeah, some people like it, some people don't.
Okay, I'm gonna try to round it up real quick. One, Trump like a female that's bitter. Let's speak about it.
He's going after everybody that did him wrong.
Exactly. So he's exposing. He's shutting things down. People sitting there saying, "Oh, he's shutting down." What was that he just shut down recently? The whatever he's shutting down.
The veterans. The Department of Education.
It was that. It was the federal, the IRS, everything. He's exposing. at this point in time. He's exposing what's been going on for years. Because how all of these, like, what do a senator make that sit there? Like, what they doing, 150, 200,000 a year? You know what I'm saying? You've been in seat office 15 years. How you got 5 mansions? How you got these beach houses? How you got all of this stuff off a $200,000 salary?
Because they get all the insider information.
They stealing. They doing a lot of stealing. So he shut the programs down. You can't steal from him.
So he is a gangster, whether you like him or not. He is a gangster.
I really think it look awkward because we don't know it. We don't understand it. We never seen it done. You get what I'm saying? So when you don't see something, you don't know something, it's foreign to you.
I'll be honest, I don't want to be on his wrong side.
Nah, he's
got a long-term memory. He don't forget.
He don't forget. But
people are like, Trump's weak. I said, yo, Trump was a gangster in New York, man. Yeah. Like, you got to remember when he did his plazas and towers, the mafia trying to press him. So he had enough hitters.
Yeah, Trump really somebody, but I just feel like he's exposing. Like, y'all shouldn't have never let him back in office. He knew he wasn't supposed to be in office the first time. So y'all let him back again, and I can't come back. So I might as well just expose everything. What y'all gonna do? Y'all can't do nothing to me right now. So it looked foreign to us that he shut down the IRS. He's shutting it down or whatever.
Is he the Teflon Don? Is he untouchable?
He's beyond that at this point in my eyes because he's just
Why do you
it.
think so many black men resonate with Trump? Is it his strength? Is it a I don't give a fuck attitude?
All that.
Because they try to paint this narrative that black people hate Trump, right?
Nah.
But when there might be some sisters that don't like him, right? But when I speak to the brothers, man, they respect his strength. And, I may not agree with how he handles the Palestinian-Israel thing. And he's tough on China, but weak on Israel.
Yeah. Well, you got to give and take somewhere. You ain't powerful everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So you got to, you're going to show your hand where you can show your hand, and you're going to hide it when you have to. So that's what that is with whatever. But I'm for Trump. Like, I feel like he's exposing everything. He ain't got nothing to lose. They tried to throw him under the bus. They gave him he's a president there with it that was charged. Like, how?
And just walked away from it like it's nothing.
Yeah, like, so I feel like he's exposing.
Oh, shit, we got Christina James. Hey, sister. Kira Lee in the building. That's a powerful young sister.
You got them all popping there.
Because you showed up.
Nah, this is your work. I'm just
here.
This
is single Dre.
I'm reaping the benefits.
single Dre with the nice shape. Hey, do people ever say you remind them of Cube?
Yeah, I get a little bit of it.
Because a few times I've been around Cube. You and him have the same calm. Now, Cube is really a gangster. I know people, like Cube was really about that life. When we pressed him in Seattle when we were younger, he was fighting back.
Right.
Well, we pressed him. We were stupid. We didn't know any better. Speaking of Bam, last night was like, hey, brother, I'm your artist. I'm going to go on tour, and we're going to go to the rough areas. I said, no, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm going to walk through the roughest areas, and we're going to embrace the people that want to kill us. I'm like, no. I said, brother, there's a heavy gene in the communities, especially hip-hop, right? Like last night I was watching these guys. I sit back in the corners all the time when you and I vibing. And I said, why are there so many aggressive men? And maybe for me, the other day, about 4 days ago, I was sitting on the toilet. Good place to get it.
Yeah.
And I was watching this young brother help his child stand up. His child was working on his legs. And he counted 10. He said, you got it, muscle man. And I started crying.
Yeah.
The spirit of God came on. I started crying because I didn't have a daddy. Here I am, an old man. And when I was growing up, I was like, man, I don't need no daddy. I'm ready to fight a motherfucker, right? Then I realized at this age, I would have loved to have a daddy.
Yeah.
Because all of us need that fatherly love, that embrace.
Yeah.
Not that pussy love, not that, oh, I'm going to let you do whatever you want, but that warmth of a father's strength. And so did you have your father in your life? It affects us.
Yeah. So the effect it took on me is I'm not gonna be him, but still kind of turned out like him any damn way.
Wow.
You feel me? Like, but I didn't have a father in my life.
So that makes you want to be a better father.
Yeah, that was always my goal. Is just extend myself past extension when it comes to them. There's never a no to them. Like that's the least I could do. You know what I mean? That minimum. Like,
look at your baby boy. It's so beautiful, man.
Yeah, he's 4, but he's really like 38.
He's brilliant. He's beautiful.
Yeah. He's me times 10. I can't wait to see what he grow into.
That Chinese food, I know it's bad for me, but that shit good. Last night I said to you,
Yeah, I ain't no disrespect. I ain't eat because I just ate.
No, you're
before
fine.
before we set up
No,
all. Of,
no,
so I'm
you're
gonna tear this up later though. I'm gonna take a
I
picture
said
of
to
the
you
eating.
and
You can post.
I said to you and Rayvon, I said, I love hood bitches. Do you remember me saying that to you?
Yeah.
Why do I love hood bitches? Because I love energy, right? Carolina, thank you for supporting us
Yeah,
last
that's
night.
what you were saying last night. Energy.
Man, I love the ratchet girls. One of my buddies said, bro, you going to the club? We too old for that. I'm like, I don't know, I still got a little fire in me.
Yeah. Why not?
I love it. So we're moving forward with the acting, the directing of the clothing line. When can they expect to see the series drop? And it's going to be on YouTube again? Or?
Yeah, this one is going to YouTube. The other, because I got a follow up actually, so it's really a 3-part. It's going to be The Bold Mayhem Never Ends. Then I'm going to take one of the other characters, which is Madoff. It's going to be Madoff, Mayhem Never Ends, and then I'm going to do my version.
Madoff is your first homeboy, is that right?
Yeah, that's in the series. Yeah, my right hand in the series. So
God, you guys used to get in the car and go places, right?
Yeah. So it's a 3-part. Then after that, I'm gonna go straight to movie.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Can I get just a little small part? Yeah, I'll hold some. Hey,
I told you that last night.
I know, but I want to. Can you put me a Cuban cigar and some? Can you hand me those shades real fast? Just. I'm gonna play Tonio. Let me see. Let me see with my cheap shades. I'm gonna be sitting there with a Cuban cigar.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, answer the phone.
Yeah.
I want to act, bro. I want to get my act
Yeah,
on.
nah, it's a good thing for everybody to experience acting. I think, it don't take as much. You just gotta, have the tools around you and the resources. I think that's the hardest part. Like anybody could do it. Everybody got a creative mind. You know what I mean? You just got to figure out the recipe.
Wow, the recipe, creative
Yeah.
mind.
The recipe is what does it for me. Like that's why I catapulted from the bottom to the top. I had a recipe. I created a recipe, and once I understood the assignment, it was easy.
Let's go back to the beginning. Were the naysayers like, don't do it?
Oh man, I had a lot of that, man. The whole city hated us.
Because you know how long editing takes.
Yeah.
You had different camera angles. Were you shooting with one camera? Or
Yeah,
two?
one camera.
So you would do the script and shoot it again?
Yeah, like we'll film the main, and then the sides of B-roll. We'll do the B-rolls, and I just try to keep them on point. Remember what you're doing, how you say it. So therefore, when I make my cut, it's not so far off. Your hand ain't down in this one. Like we had a hard time, but it turned out good.
Who wrote in for that man to slap you with a piece of chicken? You wrote that?
I did.
That's funny, man. You
Like that was the first 4 episodes was actually written and scripted. After we ended up dropping the script, not because I didn't want to write what it was. I was like, it's not coming off natural.
Natural is better. Let them do what they do.
So it was like I gave them an outline of the thing and key words and key times to say it. Like I really had to direct at that point in time. You know what I mean? I gave them free will of, outside of what I'm giving you. But just when you get to this point, make sure you say this or look this way or, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. We just had fun with it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So I think it became more authentic when we dropped the script, the actual script. They were still scripted, but it was outline scripted. So it had a whole, where we going to, 2 of y'all in the car driving, y'all going to pull up. After pulling up, so y'all going to jump out. Like it gave you everything, but it just wasn't the line for line, word for word.
Did the police or
we had trouble.
Because the tools?
Yeah, we had a lot. And I say it was for us because they gave us free reign over the city. Do what y'all gonna do, just let us know. So sometimes we like, yo, this is a 2-minute scene. Cause
let's get it in.
Yeah, so let's just do it. But then people calling that don't know what's going on.
It looks real.
You get what I'm saying? So here come the cops and they got to do their job. You get what I'm saying? Right. Thankfully, nobody never got, shot or anything. But they told us like, yo, we love what y'all doing. Like to this day, when we started back filming not too long ago, we had a big problem. And mind you, I'm not from Jersey at this time. I'm still living down here. I ain't been to Jersey in a minute, so I don't know nothing that's going on police protocol. So we filming, got the guns out there. All of a sudden, I seen the what you call them shits that be up in the sky, with the 4 propellers. Yeah, drones. I said, hear a drone. I'm like, what is the drone? It was like the police coming. I'm like, what? It was like, yeah, you see the drone, the police come. All of a sudden, the whole police department was where we was at. I got it on film.
Now they got drones. That makes life hard. Yeah.
We got like 35 police over there on us. So I told them, hey, the fake guns over there on the ground, y'all go check them. Like, everything was cool. They knew who we was, but it's just they had to come out for the call. You get what I'm saying? You got neighbors out the window looking down, see 2 females holding guns to one guy.
Y'all clip females in your show. Yeah. Y'all don't discriminate. Y'all put some.
It's gonna get ugly now. Like now is no holding back. So I really didn't give everybody what I wanted to because it was a lot of. I want you to lie. I want your character to last. You know, it was personal relationships that, you know, I ain't going to kill you off. You feel me? Like, we'll walk to the water, but I don't push him in the water.
People don't want to get whacked in the series. 50 was talking about that.
Yeah, like one of the scenes we did, I killed the character off, and then this is when I knew Mayhem was real. It was my brother in the scene. I'm going to give it all the way out. It was my brother, the cop, right? I'm like, bro, you got to do a death scene. I got to turn up. I need somebody to die. I pick you. You're out of here. He like, all right, come on. We go do the scene. We filming the scene. The boat kill him. Bow. Scene over. We wrapping up.
People mad at you online.
Nah, he's sitting there like this is from him. He's sitting there. I seen tear come down his eye. I said, bro, what you doing? Oh, wow. He like, bro, I'm dead. I said, huh? That's real. It didn't register.
Right.
Like he was like, yo, I'm dead. Like I can't be in the show no more.
Oh, my God.
I said, all right, I'm going to clean this up. Don't worry about it. We got to say it. I'm going to fix it. I ended up turning it into a dream. So he still lives.
Man, you're a great director, bro.
You feel me? Like, but you're not supposed to do that.
Wow.
You're not, because I had a whole nother storyline after that. Now I can't reveal that storyline that's going to really turn up. I can't turn up. His brother, Reek's brother, died in the show. Reek about to go crazy. So I can't even show that now. I had a whole...
Why is he so violent?
Reek?
Your right hand man, I always forget his name.
Madoff?
It's you and the other guy with the beard.
Madoff.
He's violent, man. I see him shoot people in the hallways. And
I think a lot of his
he don't take no disrespect, does he?
I think everybody's violence is damn, I just had it.
Jim said, Keys, what's good? They know you.
What's good with it? What's good with it?
And that's what he said, Keys.
That's Guinea. Del Guinea.
Small world, yeah.
Hey, what's good with you, bro? Damn, I lost train of thought on what I was
about.
I had the perfect answer.
Okay, about the your brother dying off.
Why you so violent?
Why is he? Because he don't play no game. He don't let nobody talk to him.
I think is like in the moment is in a moment thing. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody who they is, people gonna accept what they gonna accept, but like some people willing to go to the extreme in that moment.
Yeah, he don't let nobody.
So that's what I be trying to show, like, because it really be like that. Like I done had situations where I had to do stuff, and I had situations where people had to do stuff to me. It's a decision that had to be made right now in real life.
That's why it's best not to have beef, man. It's okay to get along. It's okay to young brother. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's okay to get along with people.
Yeah, it is, because you know what? Like you said. You and that guy got in an argument. 3 years later, you're shaking his hand and you did business with him. You made money.
Right.
That's the whole thing. We don't understand the concept of making money. You don't know who this person is, what resources they have, what they could bring to the table. You never got a chance to know him.
Right. And he's a good guy. Yeah. And it's crazy that the father was like, yeah, that's him. yeah. Okay, cool. Because I wonder, I respect my elders, right?
Yeah.
Wow, brother. It's a pleasure to have you on here. If you'd look into this camera and maybe give your last thoughts, your last closing, what advice would you give the shorties? Just run with it.
I don't really got it. Don't put me on the spot.
Oh, you got it.
Nah, I'm coming back. So,
okay,
why give
matter of fact, we're going to say it right now. I want to have you every week, every 2 weeks. We're going to create our own podcast.
Yeah, when I'm out here, I hit you. Like, I'm always out here. I got kids out here. So,
So North Carolina's no longer home?
Nah.
Oh, my heart hurts. Saying this, what is the same and the difference between Jersey and Carolina? Because there's killers everywhere.
Yeah. There's a hood everywhere. Like, I didn't, I'm from where I'm from. I seen the worst of the worst, but I also seen, like, we don't compare to them. Like, why y'all so scared of us? Like, because that's the stigma that I always knew, like, even, like, meeting people down here, oh, you from Jersey, y'all don't play up there. Yeah, we don't play. Nobody plays wherever they at.
Right.
But I seen stuff that I didn't see in Jersey.
Yeah,
like, they slide on houses out here. That's insane to me.
Right.
Got kids in there, grandparents. Like, they throw 100 shots in the house out here. That's insane to me. You got 15-year-old kids walking around with ARs. I never seen that in Jersey. Like, you might see it now. I'm saying when I first got down here, 2019, walking around with machine guns on their shoulder, I never seen that.
Tell you what, a New York kid told me. He was a shooter, right? Small world. He used to be wild. He said his New York partners came down to Winston and were setting up shop. He said, man, listen, let me tell you something. He's telling his people, it's a different time. These young boys in the Carolina got sticks and they will kill you. And his New York partners like, nah, we got it, And the Carolina boys started putting heat on them, and they had to leave.
Yeah, you got to.
These kids are different. They running up on you. 6 of them.
Yeah.
They ain't doing no West Coast drive-bys. They running up on you, and they hitting the cars, and they moving like...
It's real. It's real. Like, I seen it. I pulled up where it was like about 15 of them, and half of them was about 16, 15, 14 with ARs, and I'm sitting there looking like... I said, what y'all about to go do? Oh, we about to go slide over here and do this. Bro, take y'all like chill. Chill. It ain't even worth what y'all about to do.
It ain't even right for young men. The brain isn't fully developed to have that kind of artillery, man.
Yeah, it's too accessible.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand the consequences until they sitting in that interrogation room and they tell them, look, you about to face 30 years, and then you sitting in court and the judge give you 60, 100. You're never coming home.
Can I tell you something? I personally know some of the most wild men that turn federal and state evidence. So listen, young guys,
man, it's not
you
worth
might
it.
think your block or your hood or your set loves you.
They don't.
But when they get those folks behind closed doors, and now he don't get to show his love by shooting somebody. That's the easy part.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see if he loves you, because does he going to take that 60 years? He going to give you up. There might be 1 or 2 people out of 100. Stay the fuck out the streets.
Yeah,
it's a
but
dead end,
it go deeper than that, though, because, okay, I wouldn't have held you down. I got a family out here.
Right.
What you going to hold my family down while I'm going to eat these years for you?
They're going to try to fuck your bitch and not take care of your kid. And,
so why are you being loyal? Like, I'm not saying don't be have that disloyal in you. I'm just sitting there saying make the right decision for the right things. Like, ain't nobody, like, you got to go do that time by yourself. You just hurt your family, and your family the only ones that's going to be there for you.
Can I tell you my perspective on murder has changed tremendously, right? When you murder a person for something stupid, well, Islam says if you murder one person unjustly, it says if you killed all of humanity, right? Mm-hmm. So when you murder a person, you just don't murder them, you murder their family. What if they don't have money to bury them?
Yeah.
Like, you put a whole bunch of...
It's deeper than that moment that you made that stupid decision. And don't get me wrong, some people have murdered because they have to. I want to get home. I told you that last night in the club. I'm making it home.
Right. We don't discriminate. We'll knock your head off, but not for no stupid stuff.
Yeah. Like, it's just the streets dried up anyway. Like, like day. It ain't even like you claiming that for what?
And then the guys are on the videos showing $600 to $1,200. That ain't even rent money anymore.
Yeah.
They used to, in Winston, they used to spread the $200 out. Mm-hmm. And I got on them. I made a post, and they're like, oh, OG trying to play. I said, no, y'all look dumb as fuck spreading $200 out. You can't even get a goddamn hotel room, right?
Yeah.
And now you dumb motherfuckers are spreading $1,600. That's basic rent. Mm-hmm. You'd be better off getting a Cash App card and holding it up. And let people guess.
Why are you showing your hand? I've never been
because
like, I've done it, but it's like
we've been young.
I feel stupid. Not even young. I did it not too long ago because I was proving a point.
Man, it's okay. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's the reason why you and I still go to clubs, because the male ego or the ego. Like last night, I had the camouflage on. I had a little, and a few girls. Nobody was sweating me, but a few girls gave me the look.
Yeah,
and so it makes you feel good, right? So. I think we all look like some blue puppies in that corner, man. We were in the corner.
Now, they was watching that corner.
Man, that corner.
My peoples know this shit. She like, you been here before or something?
We had him in the corner. He had the Duke blue shirt on. He had the waves going crazy. Rayvon, brown skin with the white beard. Bam with the locks. Some fat white guy with a white beard with camouflage on with slanted eyes. We thought we were special. You hear me?
Yeah, they was definitely on that corner.
Man, I love you.
Guaranteed.
I'm going to give my closing. Listen. I first want to honor you and thank you, man. You've always been authentic. Real really does recognize real. When men see each other, they don't have to, rah. I can tell when I first met you how authentic and how pure your heart is, right? Brother, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I honor you. Let me say this to the people watching. Man, do your dream.
Yeah, you got to chase it.
You watch this, brother. Start off with a camera. Just go do it. Peace and blessings. Foaming at the mouth. Shawn Spilman, my brother Andre Keys.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you.
Man, what a blessing. For real. Thank you.